Show. My name is Lewis Smith, and tonight I'm going to be joined by, first of all, Dave O'Donnell of UC MMA. Dave, how are you this evening?
Sorry?
How are you this evening?
It's the first question. I can't even hear the first question. How good is that? These Welsh boys. Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
All good. And secondly, we're going to be joined by Mr. MMA UK, Peter Knox. Pete, how's it going with you?
Pardon? What are you saying? No, I'm sound tonight. Good to be here. It's a shame that we're missing James, but congratulations to James and his wife on their wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Or commiseration, should I say. But
yeah, of course, big congratulations to James Hamilton. But yeah, guys, we've got a lot to talk about, so I'll get straight into it. A lot going on in the world of MMA UK this week. First, we'll start off with the main news, which was obviously the fight everyone's been waiting for being announced, which was Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. And that's going to be going down at UFC 226 in October in Las Vegas. Dave, I'll come to you first. How happy were you with that fight got made between Khabib and Conor?
Well, you know what? It's the same. It's the same thing. You always hear of the rumours. Is it going to happen? Is this going to happen? And everybody says the same thing. How good is Conor? How good is he? I wonder if he'll do it this time. And it just seems every time the hardest guy's put in front of him, he steps up and he brings it out of nowhere. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see that guy, what he's done for MMA. I don't think a lot of people realise what he's actually done for MMA. He's put the man on the street that knows now about MMA. I'm in a poker club. No one knew about MMA a couple of years ago. But then as soon as Conor come on the scene, everybody's talking about MMA this, MMA that. So I think he's done wonders for it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're promoting yourself. Is this the biggest fight the UFC could have made at the moment, do you think?
Yeah, I suppose when you think about it, the way the bus thing happened, the way they built, we all thought it was a bit WWE, and now it's come to light. It's kind of like, I bet it was a little bit set up. So, yeah, it's the biggest fight. Everybody will be talking about it. Shame there's no world tour, but hey ho, is what it is.
Nice. It's going to be a good one. And Peter, I know you're quite excited about this one. What's your thoughts on the Conor Khabib fight? How do you think it's going to go? First of all, Peter, I want to ask you, what's your prediction?
well, first off, when you said the big fight, I thought you meant Paul Daly versus MVP. That's a fight I'm looking forward to. That's the fight I'm looking forward to. Honestly, yeah, but Conor Khabib, at the moment, probably is the biggest fight you could probably make up. I think the only bigger fight is probably, if Conor wins this one, would be Conor GSP. That could be a fight. It could outsell that one, even bigger. The way I think it's a 50-50 fight. You're asking me which way it goes down. It's 50-50. Conor might catch him early. He's got the power to do that. I think even if Khabib takes him down, I think in the first couple of rounds, Conor might be able to get back up and all that. It could be an interesting. And they've gone about Conor's gas tank. I think Khabib can gas as well. After 2 rounds of wrestling, he starts breathing heavily as well.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a 50-50 fight. I'll probably wait till the week of the wait till I see the weigh-ins before deciding who I'm going to put my money on. But to me, it's 50-50. Obviously, Dave was saying about the bus and all that, all the build-up and all that. You're right. I think it's going to break all records, probably 2 million buys at least. It's going to be an abs. I don't think, like Dave, you're great at promoting UC MMA and all your shows and all that. This fight promotes itself. You don't need a world tour. You don't need anybody to promote this one.
I was going to say, I wish you had it on my card. Yeah, it's one. And as you say, if you look at Khabib's last fight, there was a lot of holes in his game. Like before that fight, you wouldn't give Conor a chance. Yeah. But now you go, hang on here, mate. Conor's got every chance. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely a 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. If he gasses in a couple of rounds and decides, well, I'm going to stand for a couple of rounds, then Conor's going to pick holes in him. But as you say, he looked invincible before that last fight. Yeah. And after that last fight, you just thought, oh, this guy's beatable. But then again, after every fight, fighters improve. So I'm expecting improvements for Khabib. I'm expecting his gas tank to be a bit better. I'm expecting Conor, you don't know, because he's been 2 years since he last fought. Because most fighters, when they don't fight in the cage for a year or 2 years, they are a bit rusty. They don't have their first fight back's never. Look at John Jones. He always looks bad when he's been out for a year and comes back. So it's impossible to call. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, I know we had a bit of an argument about this on Facebook the other day, Pete. I don't know how you feel about this day, but I feel like Conor might be really working on his wrestling for this fight. What's your thoughts? Do you think Conor's been preparing for this now behind the scenes in that time he's had off?
Is that me you're talking to?
Dave.
Dave, sorry. I don't think he heard you.
I don't think you heard me.
I was going to say, is that Welsh accent? I just can't. Listen, I'm trying my hardest here. I'm South London, bro. I'm South London. We don't give it all that from down here. Listen, I heard some rumours the other day about SGB, like Conor's training has gone through the roof. Again, he's on different levels. I think he's a guy that put his self-motivation is more than most fighters could ever dream of. And I think he's going to push himself to new heights. He doesn't want to let anybody down. Every time you think he's going to let people down, he comes right back at the top and does the business. So I think Conor's going to be training so hard as to prove himself as the number one whatever in the world. You know, he's not the number one MMA. What can I say? He's just the biggest entertainer in the world. You know? So he doesn't want to let the fans down. He wants to go for gold again. So I think he wants his belt back ASAP.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the respect? You get a lot of people slag Conor, he's avoiding, he doesn't do this and that, but this is probably the hardest fight he could walk back into after 2 years off. Yeah, this is going to expose any weaknesses Conor's got, but he's fucking taking it on. He's not doing it for the money, but he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need it. It's not for the money.
But I think he's getting a big paycheck anyway.
Yeah, you'll take it. But at the end of the day, he wants to prove people wrong and say, I'm still 100%. The fucking man. I'm still the man.
Yeah. No, it's completely right. And Pete, I know another story that came out of this week was the Khabib story where he was paying homeless people to do push-ups. Did you see that, Pete? Did you see that story that broke?
I've seen the video. I can understand why some people have been upset, but it doesn't seem to have been picked up by any of the big media outlets. We didn't do a piece on it, and the bigger ones don't. It's been more that clickbait and just trying to get hits and all that, but yeah, well, obviously the homeless are getting money out of it, but obviously laughing at them while they're doing it and all that, it does seem a bit cruel. It seems like that Facebook pranks you see all the time and all that. I don't know, I've not read nothing up on it. I don't know if Khabib's came out and said anything publicly about it or whatever, but I don't think it's a big, massive deal, but I mean, if you see somebody homeless and you want to help them, you give them money. I wouldn't make them do push-ups or nothing.
Yeah, So, moving on from that, obviously a massive fight coming up. Dave, I want to come to you next, because speaking of big shows, you've got one coming up next month. Can you talk to us a bit about the next UTMMA in London?
September the 8th, Troxy, London. I think some of you guys are coming down.
Yeah, Katie's coming down.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you know what's really hard, guys? You know, is I've been around this sport from, I don't know how long you've been in the sport, but from 1997, I first opened my gym, you know, we was in London. And it's moved on so much, but it's still so hard. And people think, oh, yeah, promote, yeah, they're so lucky putting on big shows. It's such a hard grind out there to push MMA because there's so many shows about. And for me, I think I've done well just staying in the game. So, but every card's hard to put together because as soon as you get a real top fighter, boom, they get snapped up by Bellator. Boom, snapped up by the UFC, snapped up by this guy. So it's really hard, and you're grinding out all the time. And when I think back, Conor McGregor fought for me in Ireland, I think in his second fight, Contenders Dublin, or something like that. So I've had them all, MVP, Paul Daly. I've had the best of my show. So I think really now, I kind of take a back seat and just go, I'll put on a show. That night will be a night that you won't forget. If you come down, you will have a fantastic night. They're not the best fights in the world. I'm the first to hold my hand up, you know. I can't afford the best fighters anymore, but give me some money. I will show you how to put motherfucking fights on. Give me some money. I've done it before. But at the moment, I'm staying humble. I put fights on. I put decent matches on. Some are shit matches. It's the way it is. It doesn't matter how good you think a match is going to be or how great it's going to be. Sometimes you look at it and go, what a load of shit. What the hype that was. And yet other times, this is Fred over the poker club. Keep him out of it. Takes my money. So it doesn't matter how good the matchup is when you first get it on paper. The actual fight can be shit. And yet some of the undercard fights, I've had some of the best fights ever that I haven't really thought much about. And yet on the night, it's blown the roof off the place. So, September the 8th, I've got I think 21 fights on, and I've had to put, the more I've put more and more fights on now just to get people in the building because they've got so many different shows to go to. The normal MMA fan just can't afford it, and I understand that. I'm a businessman. They can't afford it. They've got Cage Warriors this week, Bama this week, MTK that week, BCMA, WCMA. They've got so many MMAs going around the place. You cannot afford to go to every show. So a lot of it now is specific guys following fighters. And but all I can say is my nights, if you've never been before, it will blow your socks off. You'll have a really good night. You'll see some knockouts. You see some great fights. And I've put a lot of K1 fights on now as well. I've mixed K1 with MMA gloves or with boxing, whatever, just to give fighters the ability to carry on fighting. So you may have an MMA fight coming up in 6 weeks. You can't afford to take another fight. It's too close, but they can fit a K1 fight in. So it keeps the fighters earning money. And that's why I've done it. So it keeps the fighters busy.
Yeah.
So,
any fights we should be watching out for in this card? Any ones we should really look out for?
You've got Harry Davis, who's 4-0. He's 4-0. He's the lightweight champion at the moment. He was on Born to Fight. I don't know if you ever watched a TV series. He come third on Born to Fight. Great guy, but trains in his backyard. Trains with one guy in a small gym. But his push to the top has been unbelievable. And he's up against another guy from Born to Fight who they had words on the show. They fought on the show. But now they're doing K1. So it's going to be a stand-up. And both of these guys can bang like there's no tomorrow. So that's the main event. You've got Leah Metabar on the show. Michael Shredder Garrett, who's the 1 second knockout artist. Fucking hell, you put it right on. It's my own show. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I'm half drunk. I'm playing poker. And I thought, oh yeah, I've got to prepare for that show. I'll wing it. Yeah, it's one of the, and there's Paul Harper, Tony Hall. There's a lot of good fights on there. But the more I do this, the more I realise that there's fighters and people with arseholes that don't happen to go because I just get and it happens to every show and I see it time and time again. Oh yeah, it's the greatest fight ever. They put it on Facebook. They got their ticket there. Oh, I'm pulling out. I've got a little twisted anus. I've got a little twisted thumbnail. I've got the excuses I get. It actually sickens me to think that way back in the day when I see what the fighters used to go through. And if you remember the guy, do you remember the 8-man tournaments and that? They'd have fight. Then they'd go in with their half busted up. They'd go and have another fight. And then they'd go and have another fight. Now they've got to be 100% going in. If you haven't trained hard enough, you are never going into a fight without a little small injury. You cannot go in 100% fit. But a lot of these guys, they get a little pull, a little tear. No, they're not going to fight. They're going to look, no, I can't fight. So, yeah, that's what the biggest bearer of me. And I see it in every other show. Every other show I see, this one's pulled out. That one, bam up, didn't make weight. Weight cutting is one. If I get on that, I just won't stop. Wait, can we do a catch weight? I'm only 18 kilos and missing. I'm only this, that. But it happens in the UFC as well, which is like, come on. I understand it on our shows where we're paying them $2 bob. I understand that. Bama, Cage Warriors, us. But if you're in the UFC and you're getting double zeros here, double zeros there, and you can't make weight, there is something motherfucking wrong with your head or you're in the wrong business. Do you know what I mean? Which, again, I love Darren Till, but come on. I know you're going to speak about Darren Till later on. But things like that, you just think they can't be in the right frame of mind to be able to do that. Go to the next weight class. Admit you're wrong. Go to the next weight class. Yeah.
I think that we'll come straight to that now because that was one of the next topics I wanted to talk about. Obviously, Darren Till's got a really big fight coming up. He's going to be fighting for the belt.
Amazing.
After obviously missing weight. I'll come to you first of all, Peter. They had a face-off the other day. Darren Till looked a lot bigger than Woodley. What did you think of that?
What, about what he said about his kids and stuff?
Well,
no, about the weight. The weight.
The weight cut.
Just the fight in general, really. How much are you looking forward to this? And what did you think when you saw them face off? Till was a lot bigger, I thought.
Well, I thought Colby was going to get the fight, and I still think he should have got the fight. For what? I don't know the reason yet. I know he said I can't make that fight, and I don't know if he had something else lined up at a different weight class, but I still don't know what's happened to Colby.
Colby is having an operation on his nose.
Is that why it was? So they're not, well, because the rumour was they were going to strip him, but if it's an operation, they shouldn't be stripping him. No, and he should get the winner of this fight then. Obviously, when Darren missed weight in his last fight, even Darren said, well, I shouldn't get a title shot. And I thought I agreed with that. Trying to prove you can make weight and then get it, but obviously he's been offered it. I can understand why the UFC want to put it on, because it's a cracking fight. It's going to get cracking vibes as well. Obviously, everybody this side of the pond will be rooting for Darren and wanting to rip his head off. No, I think it's a good fight, but I'm just worried that Darren won't make weight. He says he's going to drop a bit more weight in the build-up and all that, so he doesn't have a big weight cut. That's easier said than done, because naturally he's a massive guy. And even if he loses a bit more weight earlier on in the fight camp, how's that going to affect him? Does it affect his power? So Woodley, we know Woodley's got power, but when they faced off, I couldn't believe how small Woodley was against Hill. Woodley looked like a dwarf. I could not believe the size difference. I didn't realise there was that big a size difference. You know what I mean? So if Till was a good fight camp, makes the weight, I think he's going to put Woodley away, and we're going to have our next British champion.
Yeah, Till is a very big welterweight, so
yeah, massive.
Definitely got that size advantage. How do you see this fight going, Dave? What's your thoughts on the matchup for Till?
100% Darren Till. 100%. If he uses his nut and sorts the weight bit out, that's only because I think he's a different level fighter. I don't really like Woodley. I don't think many people do. His attitude and the way he is. And again, Darren Till, the things he said about his family and that. Again, you're not going to create fans like that. And some people, they should have their own PR agent going, whatever you do, I wish I had mine, because I'd get right proper sorted out and go, Dave, do not swear, motherfucker. And that's exactly, they should be told what they're going to say and not let them just spout their mouth off going, yeah, I don't care about my daughter, I don't care. That's just bad PR for him. Yeah. He's not going to create fans like that. And someone should be taking him aside and go, listen, it's right to be hated for the right reasons, not hated for family issues and things like that. What Conor says is hated, but hated for the right reasons. He go, I'll rip your balls out and I'll wear them on my head. Everybody loves all that. But you start bringing family into it. I don't care about my children or my wife. I just want to be a champion. Throws a different concept into it.
Yeah. So just for people at home who don't know what we're talking about here, Darren Till did an interview over the weekend where basically all he's concerned about is becoming a champion. He didn't care about his wife, didn't care about his kids. And I think it's rubbed a lot of people up the wrong way too, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you're a Darren Till fan, that's what you'll be looking at now. You start looking at him going, hang on here, he's not such a nice guy. How can you get behind a guy like that? How are you going to push this guy? So I think he does need a talking to from his PR agent or someone to go, listen, create fans, don't create enemies. And this is all about that, creating fans. So, I think he needs a good little chat with, and definitely checking his weight. I don't see how someone as big as UFC should not be going months out going, what's your weight? What's your weight? Get you in, check your weight. You can't leave it to the last minute. Understandable for a little organisation like me, I can't be doing that with going down to gyms, checking weights. But they should be going along the way going, he's not going to make weight. There's no physical way this guy can make weight. And then what's going to happen to the whole fight? Is it going to be the same as last time? No belt. Not no belt, but is it going to be the same as last time where they're going to do a catch weight? Then he won't get the belt. So don't waste people's times.
Yeah, no, it's
can I just say, Lewis, can I just say there's been an update on that Darren Till. Darren Till's actually, he was on a podcast, obviously Fight Talk. MMA Junkie released an article today, and he spoke about what he said about his kids. His pregnant wife or girlfriend at the time was actually right behind the camera and laughing when he said that. He said that people took out a call. He didn't mean it to sound the way he did.
Oh, right, got you.
He just meant while he's training in fight camp, the only thing that matters is him. You need to be selfish to be at the top of this game. But once he's had this fight, he'll go spend time with his pregnant girlfriend. He'll go visit his kid in Brazil. I don't think he meant it to sound that way. But he's kind of came out and said today, look, when I'm in fight camp, the only thing that matters is me and me only. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what press do. Sorry, that's what press do anyway. Like you say something in a Sun newspaper or whack it out, blah blah blah. So that's good that he's come out anyway and said that.
Yeah. I think maybe, Davis, like you said, it's a good thing to maybe have a PR person just sort of advising these people on how to say the things they want to say, do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, that's that. And obviously, that was the press conference. We had all these kind of fighters facing off. And that was in the lead up to this weekend's UFC, which was UFC 226. Really good one. He was headlined by TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt, the second fight. Peter, did you see this fight, and what did you think of the victory for TJ?
Yeah, well, I kind of seen bits of it. It's actually on BT Sports 3 right now. I thought it was not on that fight yet. But, no, obviously it was a quick fight. It probably went the way I thought it was. I was hoping to see the Cody against, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Remember Cody when he won the belt?
Dominic Cruz?
He beat again. Dominic Cruz, yeah. Sorry, Dominic. Yeah, no, I was hoping to see that Cody. We did for a brief second when he done a wee dance, but I thought Cody would have evolved, but he kind of just thought, no, I'll go steaming in. He did catch TJ once, but then that's when it kind of led to his downfall again. I thought he should have been a bit more patient. That's the end of that kind of wee fake argument. I don't think they were real enemies. I think it was a bit fake as well, but I think that's the end of that. I think TJ has proven himself to be he made the right decision leaving paper and all that. He's proved that now. I'd love to see TJ versus Dominic Cruz now. That would be a good fight, a good rematch as well. I'd like to see that. And
yeah.
I
don't know if you agree with this, but I thought Cody Garbrandt was very emotional going into the fight. And ultimately, I think that's why he lost the fight in the end, because he just got too wild and got bit.
I thought he was less emotional than he was in the first one, but I just think he was patient for about a minute, and then he just thought as soon as he caught him, he thought, I'm just going to start swinging windmills, and then got caught back, and then that led to his downfall. I think you need to fight a bit smarter. It was an exciting fight, don't get me wrong, and I love Cody's style, but I just think when he fought Cruz, I thought that was a perfect fight, and I thought we're going to see somebody that's basically better than Cruz take it to the next level. But he gives all the credit to TJ. He's a hell of a fighter. I know people call him a snake and all that, but no, I really respect him as a fighter now and as a man, and I can't wait to see his next fight. I don't know if he should fight for the belt in a different division. He should concentrate clearing the current division out, and then take it for there and go for a super fight after that.
Yeah, I think he definitely would be another good one. But Dave, obviously TJ Dillashaw still a champion. Defending his belt now against Cody Garbrandt. What do you think the fight is about here?
I don't think he can hear you, Lewis, because I'm struggling to hear you, Lewis. Shout, Lewis.
Earth to Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis.
We can't hear you, man.
You can't hear me?
Go shag a sheep, Lewis.
No, Dave, I was just saying, what do you think that TJ and Cody fight this weekend?
Listen, I think Colby had it in his mind that he just wanted to hurt him and beat him so quick and so hard. He just lost all control. So if you look at every punch he was swinging to knock him out, he wasn't thinking of the whole fight. And DJ was just looking around, waiting for the moment. Every counter punch, he was hitting harder, hitting better. And once he got that first big hit, that was it. He goes on him, bang, 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 and the party's over. But I think what would be a great fight, and I think they mentioned it on Saturday, is Kuju, the guy who beat Mighty Mouse. If he went up a weight division and fought TJ, that'd be amazing.
You don't think he should maybe defend every time somebody wins a belt now, they're calling out a belt holder.
They want two weight divisions. They want to be another Conor, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's the effect Conor's having. I'd rather Henry just kind of cleared out. I think Mighty Mouse deserves a rematch. First off, I think he deserves a rematch. I think TJ should fight Dominic Cruz. When they win those fights, maybe they could fight each other. But
do you know what? I think I should call you Dana White. Fuck it. And give you the money as well.
And you look like Dana White. Or maybe Dana White copied you.
Yeah, right.
Have a look back who had the bald head first. Have a look back. He was at my show, Cage Race 14, with a full head of hair.
That's good. Dave, did you see Mighty Mouse Johnson against Henry Cejudo? Also, who do you think won that fight? Because I thought Mighty Mouse did enough to win that one.
It was a close. Do you know what? It was a close fight, but I think the takedowns. It's still, do you know, the new scoring criteria about this and that. It's still the hardest fight in the world. The hardest to judge a fight when you see scrambles like you saw with Mighty Mouse and Kuji. When you see him take down, flip out, underhook, and that was amazing. The wrestling skills them two guys was amazing, and it's a very hard. How do you judge that? As he takes that, he pops up, he goes around, he takes. Yeah. You know what? How do you judge that and go like in a split second? Go, oh yeah, I think it was Mighty Mouse. Oh yeah, I think it was him. Very hard. So everybody sees it different, but it was a very close fight. As a rematch, I think they're kind of happy that they've got rid of Mighty Mouse. I've got to be honest with you, because he was just killing everybody, and he was getting a bit choosy, a bit this. Now they've got a new champion. I think they can sway him a bit more to do what they want. That's why.
It life back to it, doesn't it? Someone new, some fresh blood at the top.
Yeah, so I think if there's a rematch, I'll be very, very surprised. I think Dana's gone like that. What a touch. Mighty Mouse, right, your reign's over. Let's get this new little kid in. Bosh, we'll have some of you. I just don't think it'll be a rematch because it was very close and he could easily take it the next time.
Yeah, well, Mighty Mouse had the chance to fight TJ, didn't he? I don't think Dana was giving him a big enough money for him to do it. So he was like, no, fuck it.
Yeah, precisely. And yet this other kid now will jump at a chance, guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course he will. So I think if they can manipulate a fighter, they'll choose him as a champion and keep him. So I personally don't think it'll be a rematch of Mighty Mouse, but if there is, I'll eat my hat if I had one.
How do you score that fight, Peter?
Say again?
How do you score it?
Sorry. Yeah, well, I kind of, I watched it, like, judging, I kind of just watched it as entertainment, because I thought, well, obviously, I agree with Dave with the takedowns and all that, and the scoring system and stuff like that. I thought, I don't know, I think Henry won it, but just I don't really like Mighty Mouse either. I don't know why. I've nothing against the guy.
He's a cocky little bastard, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he's a great fighter and all that, but no, I like the underdog. I like rooting for the underdog, really. So I was hoping for the guy to win. So when they were announcing the decision, I'm like, come on. I'm like, yes. It wasn't like I was watching it as a neutral. I would probably need to rewatch it again, but watching
it was close. It was a very, very close fight.
Especially at the start when the guy starts limping and all that, when he stubbed his toe and all that, you just think, oh no, what the fuck is going on here? He's fucked. But no, he gave him his due. He came back, and it was a very close fight. So I think if it went either way, you couldn't argue. If they said it was a draw, you probably thought fair enough. So that's why I think I don't like Mighty Mouse, but I think it should be a rematch. That's the fair way to do it. I think Mighty Mouse is around a rematch.
The question is though, if Dave's right and they don't do a rematch, who would they defend the belt against? Who do you think, yeah?
What if they had a rematch?
If they don't do a rematch and Dave's correct, they say no to a rematch for Demetrius Johnson.
But that's what I'm saying. If you don't have a rematch, who the fuck does Mighty Mouse fight? Because he's beat everybody else. There's nobody in that division. That's only a fight for Mighty Mouse. Yeah. He might do a Diaz and wait till he gets the corner rematch and they'll fight for 3 years. But obviously, well, Diaz is back now. But obviously, he was saying I'm not fighting again till I get cornered again to get that third match. He might do something like that. But I thought Mighty Mouse said he picked up 2 injuries. So I think one. Yeah. So that might put the rematch out of the window. So you might get that TJ versus Henry. Well, Mighty Mouse gets the winner of that fight. But.
Right, boys, listen. I've just been called. Listen, it's been very emotional. You're both the bollocks. October the 6th. Let's fucking do this. Conor McGregor. And September the 8th, UCMMA. Don't you dare miss it. Boys, I've got to go, but I love you all. Well done, MMA UK, yeah?
Cheers, Dave.
See you later, mate. No worries. Cheers, mate. Bye.
Yeah, that's Dave's on. One thing I'd like to ask you before
Hang on, he's not gone yet. Hang on, he's not gone.
No.
He's not gone.
Dave, hang up. He's not hung up.
He's not hung up. Just give it back.
Hang on.
That's
Kick
right.
him. Yay.
There we go. Now, Peter, one thing I wanted to ask you was, obviously now, if Mighty Mouse is not going to sit on the sidelines for a while, it is going to bring that division to a bit of a standstill, because who will face next? Who's he going to defend against? There's no one really there, I suppose, at that moment. It's not a deep division, is it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't remember who it was, but he was beaten by somebody else in that division. I can't remember who was it. He was beaten by somebody, so you could maybe give him a shot.
He faced off with him on the Ultimate Fight, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think everybody's obsessed with all these champion v champions. Imagine, well, here we go. You could have DC and Brock. You could have Henry versus TJ on the same card. I mean, you could have the winner of Conor Khabib, Conor GSP. You could have some kind of super card next year if they wanted to do that. Especially with this new UK TV deal, get us paying 50 quid for it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if they're going to make us pay for events, I'm pretty sure the UFC will go, well, we're getting a cut of this, so we're going to make sure they're going to pay for it. So
yeah,
they're not going to. It's not going to be.
About the 11 Sports deal, Pete.
What's that?
Have you heard any more news about the 11 Sports deal?
No, none at all. I know there was some online prices for the football and stuff for people. The prices looked okay if you don't want to have Sky and Virgin. So, for example, if you wanted to watch this, I think it was £60 a year, and you could get both channels. There was a £60 if you want to watch every Real Madrid game. I don't know if that's just home games or I don't think it'd be away games. I've got a feeling it's like a Real Madrid season ticket. I don't know if it'd be home games as well. But if you're a Real Madrid fan, it won't be long. I know clubs like Manchester United want something like that. They want the rights for all their games and stick it on Man U TV so they can make a killing.
Yes.
And online season tickets and stuff like that. So I can see MMA going the same way.
Yeah, it looks like that's out, doesn't it? I think that's the way.
I think all TV will go pay-per-view, and you just pay for it. You'll still get, like, if you go Virgin Sky, you got 200 channels or whatever the fuck you got. You'll still get a lot of that in Freeview, but I think for the big stuff, it'll just be like, you want that, you need to pay for that. Even just a basic football game, even the rugby, I can see that in the future. Yeah. Wales v Scotland and in the Six Nations, pay $5.99 to watch it, just for one match. I can see that, or watch every single Six Nations match for 30 quid. You know what I mean, something like that.
Yeah.
I think everything, and the MMA will go the same way. It's all about money, just the kind of corrupt system we live in. Yeah. It's all going that way, but it's a shame Dave had to go, because I wanted to talk about him as a promoter, because we work a lot closely with promotions, as yourself. We send you to Cage Warriors, on top up here. I think Dave is a perfect example. He's like the Dana White. I don't mean because he looks like Dana White, but he's. I don't know if you watch UFC MMA closely, but every day he's doing videos and all that, promoting the show, promoting fights. And when I try to get James Lake to do that on top, I can't even get him on for a Facebook Live. I got him a deal with a radio station. He won't even go on that and stuff like that. It's an absolute nightmare. I think promoters as well need to do a better job of promoting their company, because it's their livelihood. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But Dave,
he's a realistic guy as well, Dave, isn't he? That's what I liked about him.
Yeah, he's no shy. He's such a nice guy as well. But he knows how to promote a show. But he's honest as well, as he says. He might not see the greatest fighters anymore, but I mean, you'll get a great fucking night of entertainment and all that. So, but when Louisa was covering it, she was sitting right at the cage, right next to the commentators.
Yeah.
It wasn't a media table or a media's bit. She was right on the cage.
Yeah,
Can't get any fucking closer. Yeah. Can't get a better seat. So I'm pretty sure Katie will get the same treatment when she goes there.
Yeah. No, that's good. And big shout out to Katie, who's going to be going to cover UC MMA for us. Peter, just before I let you go, one thing I wanted to ask, we touched on it earlier briefly. Paul Daly and MVP's been announced. What's your prediction for this fight? How do you see it going?
Well, I would love to have heard Dave's prediction, because obviously he's very close to both of them. They were both, especially MVP. He was big on UC MMA. It's the kind of ranks he came through as well. So I would have loved to have got Dave's thoughts. I'll probably message him later on and see if he thinks he wins. I think this is a fight. It should have been matched possibly 12 months, 24 months earlier.
I agree.
I think it's come a bit late for Paul Daly. He's still got a chance of winning the fight. But I've got a feeling the MVP is going to dominate this fight, and I hope he doesn't disrespect him and take the piss. I hope, but Paul Daly's got he's got dynamite in his hand. He's still got that dynamite in his hand, yeah. But I don't think he's a fighter he was. I don't think he. If you remember Paul Daly in the UFC,
I think Paul Daly clipping him and finishing the fight. Like, I honestly can't see it happening.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If MVP fucks about, you don't know if Paul can get inside, and yeah, he's got hands that'll knock anybody out. Paul's been around for a while. He's a nice guy as well. Some great fights. Fucking animal. I'd have loved to have seen him evolve a bit more as a fighter. His stand-up's perfect. Great stand-up. You know what I mean? If he gets taken down and stuff like that. I don't think he needs to worry about that against MVP. But MVP, he's so dangerous on the outside. And he's got all that range of strikes. He's unpredictable. It's MVP, so I'm pretty sure he's going to fuck about.
Yeah.
I would like to see Paul Daly come in. What I don't want is like a quick ending. I want to see MVP tested to the max. If he can get tested and come back for the brink of defeat and prove, because MVP, it's about time he proved it. Once this tournament, it's a great tournament because there's no easy fight in this tournament. So if he does get by Paul Daly, he's got another fucking hard fight. It's going to be whoever wins this tournament, I'm very excited.
Whoever wins,
it's up there with a UFC card.
Yeah.
It's up there with UFC fights, isn't it?
Whoever wins this tournament is potentially the best welterweight in the world, because you've got Rory McDonald,
exactly.
UFC champion. You've got Douglas Lima, who's just an absolute animal. Obviously, you know, if kind of Daly can, you know, keep his head above water and beat this fight, or even if MVP can get through it and get to the final and, you know, really challenge these guys, and it really says something about their skills, because, you know, we all know there's levels to this game. So
yeah, but we're gonna see what MVP. Paul Daly doesn't need to prove nothing now. He's done a lot in his career and all that. It's some cracking fights. So whatever happens to Paul Daly, he's still Paul Daly, a great fighter. MVP. If Paul Daly was to knock him out, that's good reputation big time in the rest of his career. It could haunt him. It could finish his career. He might never be the same again. Put it this way: if Paul Daly knocks him the fuck out in the first round, we're not going to see MVP in the UFC anytime soon. Yeah. If MVP was to go on in spectacular fashion, even go on and win the tournament, people are like, "We'll get this guy in the UFC." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then try to go to the next level. But I don't. What as you said, would it take him to the next level? Because I think this is a great test. Is there anybody in the UFC at this weight class better than anybody in this tournament? So
I think in general the UFC's depth there's more depth there, but the top few guys, I think, you know, Rory McDonald, Douglas Lima, they can compete with anyone in that division, I believe.
Yeah, well, Rory, I think he's exactly the same fighter. He's still a great fighter, but no, as I say, I've actually got a question for you, Lewis.
Yeah.
It's actually, I don't know if you've been keeping tabs on the messenger, but it's just about a fight announcement that's came up tonight with Craig White. Craig Thundercat White. Craig Thundercat White's got a fight.
Oh my god, I just seen it, Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez.
That's a huge one, isn't it?
Well, it's a big fight, but I think it's an easy one to predict.
I think Craig White does it, you know?
Yeah, he does it easy. He takes him down, that's it.
I think it's a great
Diego. But that's the thing, Diego, even though he swings for the fences and stuff like that,
he's still dangerous.
You might get he's still dangerous, but I'm pretty sure Craig White's not going to fuck about, and he's going to take him down. He's going to submit him quite easily. Yeah. I think. I don't even think Craig White will risk it. I know a lot of fighters think, well, I'll risk it if he tags me, I can take him down. I don't think Craig's going to do that. This is a UFC. He lost his first fight. It was a very hard fight to get in there. Craig White wants to win at any cost. He's not going to fuck about.
Craig White's a very big welterweight as well, and you've got Diego Sanchez who fought as low as featherweight, so it's a big size discrepancy between the two of them as well.
The thing is, a lot of people have been calling out Diego Sanchez, like Stevie Ray and all that. They all want that. They want to take his scalp. He's not the fighter he was, and I know if we were to seriously talk about Diego Sanchez and if he should still be fighting, I think we'd all agree he shouldn't be fighting anymore. But he's still that name. It's still a big scalp. So imagine you got Neil Magny and now you got Diego Sanchez. What a fucking start!
And he probably thinks as well. Diego's probably gonna look at this and say, you know, a young guy like Craig, there's only his second fight in the UFC. He's going to be targeting a win there against an up-and-coming guy as well, I would think. So
yeah, but I'm pretty sure Diego's not going to go, well, I'm going to make sure he doesn't take me down. I think he's just going to come in swinging and look for put on a fight. Put on a show, like what Diego does. But to be honest, the only good thing about this fight is I don't think Diego's going to get knocked out. But you never know. Craig White might go, this guy's finished, and I might just go, fuck it, I'll stand with him and see if I can knock him out. Which would be even spectacular.
He's definitely got knockout power. He obviously put away Matt Inman a couple of fights ago, so that's going to be a brilliant fight. I'm actually really excited.
But I don't think Craig would risk standing because Diego's going to. Well, I don't know. You never know. But I think Craig will want to take it to the ground where he feels a bit safer. But it's as I say, he can't. As I say, going for the fights he's had. When you join the UFC, you expect build-up fights and all that, but he's getting some big fucking names.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
If he beats Sanchez, that might guarantee another big name for his next one. So
we're gonna have to see if we can get Craig on for a live stream soon. Then, Peter, just before we wrap this up, what have we got going on now in the next couple of weeks with MMA UK? Any announcements to make?
No, well, we don't have. Well, I think somebody booked a Facebook Live interview today. I remember reading it. I was at work. Oh, it was James, wasn't it? Who was it?
I can't remember.
Oh, he booked somebody. Was it no big? Was it not Cage Warriors or?
I know.